Hey y'all, how you doing? I just want to touch bases with you real quick. I see that Cassie somehow settled very quickly out of court. Not only that, in a rapid succession, these videos are all being scrubbed from the internet. Quick. So a lot of channels that had the content and all of that, they are rapidly just they leave. But I just find it odd that less than 36, 48 hours after the allegations come out, he settled out of court. So a part of me is like, what about the healing process? What about getting justice? What about, the follow through and what that communicates to other victims of similar crimes, right? I don't know what to say. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Ooh, I had a long night. Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sleepy, but that's that. In a way, I'm glad they're not going to be discussing it anymore. Then that way, I don't have to be triggered, right? Which is, I know that's messed up, but that means it's not going to be an oversaturation of it within digital spaces. Because hearing stuff like that reminds me of so many women I've interact with. No funerals I've been to. It's a lot. It's a bit much for me, right? Anyway, let's. I know you see my little. I don't know what that is. What do you call it? It says saved, slutty, single, and britches demon. Right. Let me tell you what it's like to attempt dating as a single Christian woman. The moment them jokers find out you are single, honey, they swoop in like hawks, like buzzards, like eagles, like crows, swans, they cranes, flamingos, they are all swooping in, honey. It looked like something off that darn Stephen King movie or book. I think it was called like Birds the Crow or Alfred Hitchcock or something, because them jokers be coming from every which way, right? Which I don't understand that. Especially when I know so many Christian women are like, I can't find a man. I can't find me a man. And it used to always perplex me like, there has to be some single Christian guys out there. Like, I just really believe, I refuse to believe you can't find a guy. But anyway, I've resolved within myself. I can admit that I realize I am not cut out for dating. I realize that now. I'm not cut out for dating. I don't like dating and I don't want to do it. I've proven this to myself that I just absolutely positively don't like it. Because one prime example now, this was several weeks ago. We went out and we just did the whole lunch thing, right? Just somewhere really pretty, just a simple lunch. And I sat there listening to this man just braggadocious about himself the entire time. And thank God over his shoulder was a beautiful window. And I was able to keep looking over his shoulder. Just people watch. Because it looked to him like dead center, like I was looking at him when really I was looking over his shoulder. Because I could not handle any more of his incessant talking about the Bible. I am there to get to know you. I know the Bible. I know the Bible. I'm good on it. I'm good on it. Honey, that's another problem. When you go out with Christian single guys, they want to talk about the Bible. I'm trying to get to know you, not the Bible, right? Now, if I want to do a Bible study, I'll come to your church. How about that? But honey, thank God it was a good view. Ever since then, I have figured out to always make sure wherever we're sitting, I am facing a window so I can look over your shoulder and people watch. This is the one I need to tell you all about because I talked to my best friend and she was like, "Yeah, that's pretty common right now." And it I did something pretty bad and I don't feel bad about doing it, but it's 100%. when you out here in these streets calling yourself dating, it's 100% about self-preservation. You understand? But anyway, this particular one, he is sitting at the table, honey. He is popping his gum. Honey, he is the alpha and omega of all dating, honey. Everybody wants him. And he said, and I quote, whatever woman I choose to marry, whenever I choose a woman to marry, she's going to be blessed because I made the choice to marry her. That's going to be her blessing, me marrying her. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Like, no cap, no joke. He said, what is that? Okay, they cut it off. Anyway, he said, no cap, that he would be the blessing. Now, please keep in mind, this is after a prolonged period of sitting there talking with him, learning different attributes about his character by the stories he was telling me. And in all of them, he's the HNIC. He is the Don Dada. He is the Grand Poobah. He is swinging a big stick. He is like the best guy in the entire world, right? And when he made that comment about a woman, he's her blessing, honey. After hearing him just brag about himself incessantly, honey, I just said, uh, give me a moment. I need to step away to the ladies' room. Sit right here and wait for me. I'll be back. Okay. And I got up. But another thing that made me angry, when I got up, he didn't stand up. And number two, he didn't pull out my chair. Those two things just really, really, really peed me off. Right. But anyway, honey, I went in that restroom. I called the restaurant from inside of the bathroom. And I called him and I said, listen, I'm inside of your restroom right now. And I'm a customer at your eatery, but I'm in the ladies' room right now. And if possible, will you please have my waitress come into the ladies' room? And the lady was like, I are you really in our restaurant right now? Ma'am, are you okay? Do you need medical assistance? And I said, no. If you look, and I told her, uh, I'm sorry, somebody texted me. I told her, I said, if you look, uh, tell the hostess, are you at that hostess station? She was like, yeah, I'm standing there now. I said, if you look, you know, you're going to see a guy sitting there. And I described him and everything. And I said, that's the table I was sitting at. And she said, are you in danger? Are you safe? And I told her, I said, I really need to leave because this is not going well. So she was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna stay on the phone with you until the waitress goes in, comes in the restroom and meets you. And I was like, okay, perfect. She stayed on the phone with me. Once she came in, then she said, I'm in here with her. And so then she hung up and she was like, what do you need? And I was like, bring me our check and just bring it to me. And actually I said, never mind, let me give you my card and just go ahead and go out there and give yourself a $20 tip, but I also want you to pay for this entire check. And I need to know, is there a way I can leave without having to walk past him? And she was like, do you think he's gonna respond aggressively? And I was like, I don't know, and I don't want to know. So yeah, she went. We basically, I ditched. I bounced, honey. You are not gonna keep sitting here incessantly acting like you're God's gift to women when you clearly can't get a woman because you're behind almost 50 years old and you're single. You've never been married. You got a bunch of children, not children, churn. You got a bunch of churn, and they strolled all over the country. Like hard pass. Another thing. Honey, they be doing wife tryouts. And what I mean by that is they want to know if you know how to cook, honey. And this is how I stopped one of them from asking me that question because guys don't seem to have no problem with just figuring out what they can get out of you. Like they want food, they want shelter, they want sex, they just want too much. Like I don't even know you like this. This is supposed to be real casual, real lightweight, nothing, nothing. It's nothing. Like by the time I get to the parking garage, you trust me, you've been deleted, or I am not even thinking about you. I mean, the next day I'm not thinking about it. But anyway, they got a habit, especially if they know you're a Christian woman. They have a habit of asking you, "You cook? You know how to cook?" Yeah, I know you know how to cook that down home stuff. You good at that? What you know how to cook real good? I mean, and they really start digging their hungry behind hooks in because they are looking for a maid, they are looking for a cook, they are looking for some bed wench, they are looking for nurses, and I am not that girl. I'm not a girl. So I have learned in order for you to stop a guy from basically passively demanding that you feed him so he can give you a taste test of sorts. And number two, he want to get in your house. He want to know where you live at, what the inside of your house look like. And they neither one of them work for me personally. So I started giving this answer. Ladies, if you want to try it, then here it go. If a guy poses the question, do you like to cook? Do you know how to cook? You always reply with, I really enjoy cooking. Any time of year at all, it doesn't matter to me. I really enjoy cooking. I put my heart into it. It's something very special to me. I believe that food is a way that we can communicate to, other people about ourselves because we put so much love into our food, right? Do not say, yeah, I know how to throw down. I burn. I can slang a pot. I'm good. Uh-uh. Do not say that. Do not say that. You're gonna mess it up if you say that. Because now you just hold yourself out to fix this Negro a plate. You don't do no plate fixing if he ain't fixed no ring on your hand. You hear me? Anyway, so what I've started doing is saying the next date, how about I plan? I want to plan this date for you. I see you enjoy eating. You're asking me to cook for you. I see that's a big deal for you. So let me take care of everything. Supplies, grocery list, all of that. Right. And what you do is you go home and then you look on Groupon or you look somewhere and you find some cooking classes. Right. And that's where your date gonna be at. And that's where you're gonna get a plate of food from. You paid for the cooking class, you brought the supplies if it required you to bring, not all of them do. And then you go there and he can watch you cook or he can participate and assist in making the food that he's going to eat. And it accomplishes two things. One, you gave him what he was asking for. Two, it keeps him away from your house. Now, some of them I noticed they just a little too willy nilly to be going to somebody's house. Somebody can poison them, do anything to them. They'll do anything just to get a plate of food. And it's weird to me because a woman can mess around and poison your behind to death. And before you even get home, you drop dead on your way home and you don't know because her friend, you done hurt her friend or did something to her friend, and them two done been conspiring together. And the friend got a life insurance policy on you. And then by the time you get home, you just driving and boom, you gone. I don't understand that. Men too, they be a little too willy-nilly trying to eat everybody's food. I don't think they realize somebody kill you dead with a plate of food. Honey, if they crush your ice, not ice, if they crush your glass and put it in your rice, you'll never even know it. You eating glass. Yeah. I'm not gonna give that. I'm not giving that suggestion. Okay. I'm not telling you to do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. That that's problematic because that's weird for someone to be so gung ho about coming to your house. And I'm like, that's not safe, not just for me, but for them neither too, because I could be a crazy woman. I could just black out and I'm running and just pow, pow, pow. I mean, you don't know. You in my house. You in my house. You in my house. I can do whatever I want to. You're in my house. You got what I'm saying? People can say anything and she don't bow, bow, bow. I mean, she can say anything. You was in the house. You know, and these are saved men. Let me say this to you. They are saved men, but they're still sluts, they're still whores. And I've noticed that. And I weed them out pretty good because the another way you can weed them out, because they're gonna tell you where they go to church at, right? Do a random pop-up. Do a random pop-up. If you don't do it on Sunday. They camouflage is sick with it on Sundays, but go on the day of Bible study. Because if he dealing with somebody, she's going to be at that Bible study. And all you gotta do is watch. All you gotta do is pay attention. You ain't gotta be acting no kind of way or nothing. You, of course, just be friendly, cordial, and everything, and just sit your behind down. And then pay attention to how he responds to you just showing up for Bible study. He ain't gotta invite you because what the Bible says, well, no, what the people be saying, the church doors are open. Come as you are. And I'm coming in there to find out what kind of nigga you are. That's what I'm there for. Right? Anyway, it sucks. And I have just come to the conclusion I don't like dating. I don't like dating. I don't want to be bothered. I am good. I don't like this process. I don't like getting to know people because clearly they don't know how to get to know somebody. They don't know how to. They don't, I mean, like, honest to goodness, they don't know what to say. They don't. I'm not kidding you. They don't know what to say. They be stuttering, fidgeting. I mean, and I make it pretty clear, and then they be like, "Well, I didn't expect that from you." Like, I know how you are. Like, yeah, I already know. Yeah, you're not like that. You freaking right. I'm not like that. What do you think this is? But I can't admit. Now, this is the strangest thing I think I would ever encounter and will always remember. Only one had the wisdom or common sense to ask me, "What do I want?" and what am I expecting? Only one. And guess what? He wasn't saved. He wasn't saved, but he was smart enough to know I can't tell her, what all about me. I have to find out. And like he said, like, it ain't no need to be wasting your time if I already know. I'm not going to offer what you don't like. So, I mean, that's why I want to know. And right after I said something, he was like, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. You just want a friend. You really don't. You're not looking for a relationship. You don't even want a relationship. And he said, I got it. It wasn't hard. He understood what I was saying. How hard is it to understand when someone says, all I want to do, I want to travel, I want us to hang out, I want us to enjoy food. You live your life, I live my life. I might see you once every 1, 2, 3 months because we're both busy. We all have our lives, we all have things to do. When schedule permit, hey, let's take a quick trip. Hey, let's go shopping in this city. Hey, it's just not hard. It's not. I don't want to meet your family. I don't want to hang out with your family. I don't want none of that. Like, I'm good on that. I am good on that, right? And the thing is, with these same slutty single britches demons, they try to make you focus on marriage. Like, they are dead set that your sights need to be on get married, find your man, get married, get on with life. And it's dumb. I hate to say that. It's dumb to expect somebody who ever married over 20 years to be looking for another husband. Like, clearly, I'm not currently married for a reason, and you have to respect whatever that reason may be. It is what it is. I don't owe nobody an explanation about that. But what I'm getting to is this sucks. This sucks. Um, Saved men don't know what to talk about. All they want to do is talk about the Bible. That's all. They want to talk about conventions. They want to talk about gospel artists. They want to talk about church gossip. And I'm like, I don't like this is not fun. Like I always feel like, dang, I could have been home, or dang, I could have hung out with my homegirls, or dang, I could have did something other than waste these beautiful 3 hours. There's somewhere else I could have been. There's something else I could have been doing. There had to be. I could have been volunteering somewhere. I mean, I could have watched television. I can think of a number of things I could have been doing instead of wasting 3 whole hours because I give myself a 3 hour cap now. And that's it. I got a 3 hour window. That's all you're gonna get. Yeah, that part. And you spend that, and I'm like, I leave, and I'm thinking, I really don't know him still, and he too stupid to realize that. Yeah, it never fails. They'll be like, well, you know what? Call me and let me know where you want to go next. And I'm so excited to go out with you again. Like this was nice. I had a good time, nigga. And I just smile. Like I'm smiling and I'm being fun and I'm like, okay, okay, I sure will. I'm sure not. Please tell me if dating say is horrible. Honey, you can tell something is warring inside of them because they're definitely not celibate. I can tell they're not celibate. Honey, you can tell when somebody's celibate. Them jokers not celibate. You can tell them britches demons are warring with them. Honey, they don't know what to do. They because it's certain things you can read about people body language to tell you, give you certain cues that they're kind of, yeah, no, honey. Mm-mm. Not today, Satan. Not today or any other day. Please tell me if dating Christian people suck as much it has sucked for me. And I'm not dating anymore. I'm gonna sit my behind down somewhere. I am. I'm done. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm out.